I'm going to take my titanium white, and now, of course I don't want just pure titanium white, so let's put a little bit of yellow, not much, a little bit of yellow ochre in it, and maybe some of our Hansa yellow as well. So it's tinted, not crazy, but it is tinted. If you put too much of that, you'll have a tan. Nobody wants a tan lily. I want a white lily, a little beautiful little pond lily. Okay, our light is coming from almost behind, but kind of from the side, not really too much from behind. Here it is. That's the way the light's coming. Yeah. So let's start right here. And I'm just going to paint in the highlight areas of the petals. You think, well, I don't see that going in. That's okay. That is okay. You can see it in person. I'm just highlighting. I'm just getting a little highlight color where I know I'm going to want it on my petals. I got a little paint to work with. Remember, this is a dry canvas. Dry canvas. Oh, there you go. Now you can just barely see it. Maybe I'll put a little more yellow ochre in it. Just barely see that, yeah. Put a little of this in here. This is not a crazy distinct, it's not a crazy distinct sort of pond lily, like, what are the word I'm trying to think of? I'm concentrating and not, I'm concentrating on painting. I'm trying to say the lighting isn't crazy distinct. There we go. Come on now. I promise I've done this before. So here's some of our blue and some of our red and some of our white. Oh, I don't like that blue because I have, I don't want green because I've got all the yellow in it. I will get green if I'm not real careful. You can see I'm being super careful to get this. See how I thin it down just a little with some of that clear gel. I know that does not look like a shadow tone, but I bet you it looks exactly like a shadow tone when we go to put it up on the canvas. Let me just make sure it's mixed in well. See how it's just a very soft, beautiful purpley gray? Only reason it really looks like a gray is because it's so light in value. I've got no other colors in it besides the blue and red and white. But here, just by using my, in this case, you'll use the finished painting, but I'm looking at the photograph because that's all I got. Now with a clean 1/4 inch flat brush, I'm going to take some of our titanium white and a little bit of just a touch of our yellow ochre. A little touch of our Hansa yellow as well, okay? Maybe just a little more yellowy than previously. There we go, okay. A little clear gel in there. Well, what am I doing with this? Well, I'm gonna stick some of this up right here. You know, it needs to be just a tiniest bit more yellow. Again, adding the clear gel to help it flow. It's a flower, you know, it needs to flow and be smooth. But you see what that's doing is it's creating the center of the flower because as the light hits it, the white is very reflective and it would reflect some of these colors of the yellow bits in the middle. You know the name of them, I forget. But anyway, right over here, I see just a little yellow. Do I want to get it in now? Yeah, probably. A little yellow ochre. Yeah, it kind of has some green in it too. But I'm just going to touch it right here just for the sake of getting it started. I know, what are you doing? But it's just, I got to get it in the right place. Okay. I'm starting, there we go, just to build this out. That's pretty. Okay, right up in here, just a little bit more. A little touch on the blue side here. This is the darkest part of the flower right here. Nice, see I popped that out. Okay, now this one's not right. This one needs to be popped out as well. Okay. And then actually just shaping this petal. Needs to be a little brighter at the bottom. There we go. Not bad. Not bad. I think this one needs to be a little lighter. See, these are just those little things. We're going to go quickly through the background, so I'm spending a lot of my time on the flower, so just make a note of that. The background's not going to be anything special. Take some yellow ochre. Okay. And I'm just going to go boom, 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 boom. Just tapping it like so, creating some amount of variation because I'm not doing it perfectly. Okay, see that? Boom, boom. Yeah, that looks about right. There's actually quite a few of them, and some of them kind of overlap. Okay, now that's fine, but that's not a shadow. So let's take our very small amount of burnt umber. Not much, very small amount. We can always add more. And I do want to just, yeah, there it is. Just add a couple more of those burnt umber. Even a little purple with the burnt umber will help to cancel it out a little. And yellow and purple obviously work pretty well together. Now I'll just pop that in right there. Okay, and I can actually pop, I see a little bit of that on this. I don't know if it's really necessary because I'm happy with it, but hey, I got a better suggestion. If you're happy with it, don't touch it. That's my suggestion for you. A couple of those little, and right here, maybe just a little bit of a fold. Yeah. And then right here, I see one. Yeah, you see how that's creating a little bit more shape to this flower? I think this one here, even just a little warmer. So I'm gonna take some of my yellow and red, that's yellow ochre, red, and white, and just in the same old dirty brush, because I'm seeing some of that warmer yellowy orange tone. And just because we're seeing it in the photograph, that's enough reason to put it in the painting here. And I like that. Now we're going to shift gears significantly, and I'm going to tackle the background. Background last today. Well, you know what? We're going to mix up so much paint, it wouldn't hurt to have a palette knife to mix with. So take some blue and some red. So that's obviously purple right there, blue and red, about equal proportions. I want this to be kind of neutral, not too much on the red or blue side. Now with that, you can add just some of your dirty white. Just use it up. I don't know how much. I don't want to add it all at once. Let's go slowly. Yeah, I'm glad I did not add that all at once. I don't want this black, dark black. I want that to have some life to it. Again, there's no black in that. That is just blue and red. There you go. Now, let's start up here, just for the sake of picking somewhere to start. And I'm going to roll this in. Because of the clear gel, this goes on fairly easily. Just exactly like you would do a sky. You know how it goes on fairly easy because you got the clear gel? That's the same idea. Grab some white, a little clear gel, and some of our purple because I don't want it to be that bright. And I do want to put in, oh, that's pretty right here. Careful now, because I could see this getting out of hand and swiping right across that lily. Oh, that'd be sad. These are reflections of the sky downing the water. Oh, isn't that pretty? Boom, right there. Don't want to compete with the water lily, but I definitely want to see some of those pretty reflections. Oh, I like that. Okay, I'm happy with that. That's about right. Is it perfect? Of course it's not. But I think that's about what we need. Yeah, that's neat. That's neat. I like it. It's artistic. If I didn't mention it before, I'll mention it now. Here's some burnt umber and some yellow ochre. That's not what I was going to say. And a little white. What I was going to say was, this is supposed to look impressionistic. What that will do is that will draw your eye toward the rose, or the rose. I knew I was going to do that a lot today. Done it less than I thought I would. It will draw your eye toward the lily. Do I want to go sideways? Somebody's saying, well, don't you know? I don't know. I like the sideways. That's pretty. I don't know. Because sometimes, you know, art is not science. You don't know really what you're going to get till you get it. No matter how many times you paint. All you get to be is more experienced at kind of guessing how things might come out. There. All right, looking good. I'll continue here. Just want to make sure we're on the right track. Sometimes by stepping back, it makes a big difference. You can actually see what it is you're doing. Add just a little bit more blue. I see that blue tone right here, and that'll just help it to tie in with what's around it. I'm just trying to match the color. That's fine. A little more clear gel. Not too much. You really don't want to mix too much in there, but just enough. It'll just become a mud slick, and you won't be able to do anything on top if you go to the extreme with this clear gel thing. Hope you can see that. Oh yes, you can. Just coming up like that, going down. You know, not really an artistic. Now there goes something. That's all right. That doesn't even belong to this set. That's a different set. Here. Yeah, let's get that in there. Okay, see how I'm just, hope my hand's not covering it too much. If it is, my excuse is this is kind of hard to cut in. All right. Like that. And then, oh, I almost went too far. Wow, it's close. Not that, I mean, would it have mattered that much? No, it would not. It would not have mattered that much. A little harder there, just because the angle, maybe right and left hand makes a difference too in the area that you're at. That looks about right. What's going on here? I need to look at my drawing. Okay. Couldn't really tell what was needing to happen there. That's what's needing to happen right there. Boom. That's pretty. Perfect? No. Pretty? Yes. I think we can work with that. All right. I could literally spend all day. I'm going to lose all my time on this. Now the exciting part here, which is to do the lily pads. So let's work on that right now. Let's take our little burnt umber, some sap green. Sap green seems like that'll makes a lot of sense. There's some Hansa yellow. By the way, I accidentally squirted out too much. Don't do that. Don't waste your paint. There you go. I'm going to maybe right here do my little slot. Okay. That works. Let me make that rounded shape. And what I'm going to do is this very impressionistic look and just kind of boom, boom, boom. See this? I don't want there. See how it's even fading into the purple? You know, I may do more with this and I may not do more with this, but I'm just, that's pretty good. I want it to feel that kind of unpainted look. You see what I'm saying? Like it's unfinished, unpainted. I don't know if that's really the right word, but you get the idea. There's one. Keep your strokes flat for these ones that are further away, but a little bit of hook to show, you know, hey, there is something going on with that. There we go. There, yeah, that looks like a lily, or a lily pad, not the flower, of course. Some white highlight. Well, the light's coming across like this, so it might be boom. Just a little shot right there. Of course, this one's shaded by this, but you might see just a little shot. I don't know. I like it kind of like that, you know? I don't know. It's weird for me. I don't normally do that. So it's a little bit like, you know, I want to keep getting in there and messing with it, but I'm going to try not to. Here's some yellow ochre. I see one here. And again, this is not going anywhere near that photo. I'm just at this point doing my own thing. Some of these lily pads do need to kind of grow together. I like this spot, so I'm trying not to cover. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. I'm looking at it in the monitor. It actually looks like something. See, like these little curly cues, and you get that sort of, see what I'm talking about right there? You get that kind of thing because you're moving with speed, and you get those random, that doesn't look as good. You get those kind of random things that happen. All right, I'm going to brighten up those lily pads just a shade, some of our Hansa yellow white, and then our lily pad color. Not much, just a little. And as it comes through, let's see, boom, boom. Remember, this is very thin paint, so it is going to stick, but if you go over it too many times, it is going to turn muddy on you. Okay? So I don't know. I think maybe that just works a little more. Boom. I like the idea of seeing that light filtering through. Yeah, I think that works, especially on these where you would expect to see just a little more bright color. Now, I do need to put like debris or just things. So here's a little burnt umber and my color and a little purple because these could be underwater. And like, it's not really debris as much as like the stems and stuff that connect all this. It's kind of wild, you know, see that? They're kind of underwater. You're just seeing like, what are you doing? When we pull back, it'll look better. There we go. Don't get in the mode of painting. Oh, here's some more burnt up of painting like sticks and twigs. Don't get in the landscape mode. There we go. That would be something you could easily, I could do that. I gotta be careful not to get in the landscape mode. Yeah, that's good. And then we'll keep some sharps and then right here, boom, soft again. Really messed that one up good. And you see what this is doing. It's, let me just get a little there. And see, it's pulling our eye into the center of the flower and making the edges less edgy or liney or distinct, you know what I mean? I pulled too much, but that's all right. See, I like that. I like that. It made a big difference. Let me just get this one here softer. Yeah, just a little more blood. See, I'm wiping my brush off. I'm just get it to where you're happy and then stop. Stop before you're happy, actually. So that way you know it's going to be intact and not overworked. And leave some sharp ones. All right, let me take just a little bit of yellow ochre and some white. And I've got a very pure color because I know it's not going to stay pure long. And I'm just going to hit a shot of this on some of these lily pads. I really like that color down here, and I just think it would benefit us by having some of that yellow ochre in the lily pads themselves. So I'm just going to throw it in. Because see, I like to paint so many colors. Even for me, this painting, I don't have as many colors as I often do in the lily pad. So I'm going to change it. I'm going to add these to it. Add these yellow ochre tones. And I think the more color you add, probably the better it looks, you know? And now look, I've got some sharp edges and my blurry edges, which I also like. Oh, this is a win-win. A little brighter yellow ochre. Definitely, to me, a win-win. There we go. Yeah, nice. I'm just going to, yeah, this is feeling of, that's probably too solid. It looks like some sort of blue, crazy blue line, but there we go. I just want a little touch of that blue. A little darker even, I don't know, just some purple in it so it's not so vibrant. Neon, I think a little green maybe got in there. There we go. There you go, yeah. Look at that. To me, that's adding something. What is it adding? Blue. I think it's adding a beautiful reflected light. Oh yeah, I can see it right there on the monitor. Nice. See, because this is more impressionistic than I'm used to painting, I have to rely more on the monitor. I do better to just paint looking at that thing. There we go. Very impressionistic. But I'm happy with the impressionistic part of it. I think that's cool. So let's go over here as well. And I think this adds something to the overall scene. I'm almost done. I mean, I could drag this out for hours. I probably would. But for the sake of the lesson, we are going to wind. Come on now. We're going to wind this up. And again, you take it as far as you want to take it. And then you'll be good. I like this lily pad. I probably shouldn't touch it. Now with the dry brush, just dry it on a paper towel. Clean it, you know. And I'm just going to smooth that all together. So it's not too lumpy. There, pretty. Now I see just a little touch of, that's those little last things you do sometimes, the first thing people will notice in your painting, so it's worth making this right. There. It's kind of pretty. And then let me just take a dry, clean brush here, just clean it out. I just want to blend all of that together there. Okay. And then I see just a little bit of pure color, just a little bit of white. Just a slice, boom, a little, just like we did before, a little sharper on the outside edge. I think we need to do that right here. A little sharper light to push those back because you could tell that I did them in the wrong order. Well, that wraps up our painting for today. Hopefully you enjoyed these slightly different techniques. Remember, you can apply them to a wide variety of different paintings. Thanks for watching. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Remember to subscribe if you're not already, and click the like button. It helps me out a lot. Stick around, watch a couple more videos, and stay inspired.